All right. Welcome to I Move Texas. This is our 5th episode.
Sounds about right. Yeah,
Let's go
sounds
with
about right.
So somewhere. I think there's more than that, but our 5th serious episode.
Oh yeah, the first couple were they're good. They're fun. If you ever want to get a laugh.
What are y'all not saying? What did we miss? We're just to go back to the archives. I think.
Definitely, they're in the archives. They'll be out there.
So we do have a special guest today, Adrian and Andre. And Andre is who I started this with, so full circle.
Nice.
And Adrian is from Title. So tell us a little bit about why title insurance is important.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There's several reasons title insurance is important. First off, I'd like to give a brief description about the company, right, that I represent, which is First American Title. They've been around for over 130 years. We are the lead underwriters and the largest underwriters in the world. So we even do transactions over in China, Australia, things like that. Couple of big things why title insurance is important whenever you're handling a transaction and buying real estate. One is to prevent any previous defects on title that may have happened with the previous owners when it comes to possible forgery, any fraud that may have happened as well. Because the last thing you want to do is to be purchasing a property from somebody that was never even theirs.
So does that mean when you're meaning any clouds on the title at all?
Any clouds on title, correct. So I got an example actually, and this happened in our office a couple months ago. So husband and wife owned a property. Wife passed away. And she had a son from a previous marriage, previous relationship. He was willing to sign the affidavit of heirship, meaning that he was willing to sign over the rights, stating that we're good, he can sell the property. Well, he comes back a few months later and he states, I was forced into signing those documents. I didn't actually want to sign those. And he reached out to our claims department and he had his legal representation with them and things like that. And obviously it went forward. And when it came down to it, he was in the right. And so that title insurance premium paid out his portion of what the value of that property is. That's right. And then the last thing, and that's just one scenario, right? I'm sure there's other scenarios that didn't really happen at our office, but it happens so often, especially when we're dealing with death, people passing away, us dealing with heirs. I mean, think about an example: mom and dad pass away, and the one sibling saying, "You know what? I'm the only heir. I can sell the house. Okay, let's have the proof documentation. There's a will." And the next thing you know, there's another kiddo from a different husband or wife, and they come back exactly right and saying, hey, no, that was my mom's house. I have rights to that as well. And that's where that title insurance will come in, and they will pay out or settle based off of the value of the property and what their portion is. Okay. Or even if you say somebody bought a house from, it wasn't even their home, and then 2 months later, somebody knocks at the door like, what are you doing in my house?
I was about to ask. I mean, you guys protect from.
Did you hear about this guy in California? He comes to his land, and there's a house that's been built on his land, $1 million house. Yeah. And there's another one in Hawaii. They switched the lots, sold the lot. She built on the wrong lot. So these things, and then, what are you going to do?
No, right. That's crazy.
And if you didn't have title insurance, you're stuck.
You're stuck.
Yeah. You're stuck. Right. But if you have the title insurance that you can file the claim and said, hey, y'all insured that the title was clean. Right. It was clear. There were no clouds. There was no break of chain in title. Sure. And so
they're protected.
Yeah, they're protected. And so now that the title insurance will pay out whatever the value or settle based on that.
Now I have a question. Do you see people doing cash buys often and they just opt to not do the title insurance?
Not often. In a year, in a 12 months time frame, we probably see maybe 2% that do that. And the only time they do that is maybe it was mom and dad's house. They've lived there for 30 years. Now they're gifting it to the kiddo, and they're going to take over. And then they don't want to do title insurance. Okay. But if there's a lender involved, they're going to require it.
Okay.
Right. There's going to be a lender policy and a title insurance policy. But if it's a cash deal, it's not necessary. But I tell everybody, hey, you don't know what your parents were doing.
Yeah.
You know, you
Right.
don't know what was filed against the property. You have no idea. Let's at least, I mean, especially if they're gifting it, it's probably going to be for a
You don't know
smaller
about
amount.
those illegitimate children
You
your
don't
dad
know.
had?
Yeah, you don't know about that, right?
So-
you know he ain't PB out there like that.
Man, he was a Rolling Stone, is what I heard.
yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm not one to gossip, so y'all ain't heard that from me. I don't know. But
yeah.
I'm curious because the world of real estate, we were talking about this a little bit before you came in, Stassi. It's getting smaller, and the world is a small place.
Absolutely.
And you spoke to doing things over in China internationally, and so I'm trying to get into real estate, and we've spoken about this, maybe doing some things in Mexico and different things like that. When you're doing things that are international, is it a different process? How does the process work?
It's actually a different process in every state.
Oh, okay.
So even if you go to Oklahoma, you go to New Mexico, wherever it is, their policies and their procedures are going to be completely different than what Texas is.
I see.
And then when I say, you know, and of course we have locations in other countries, and I don't know what that looks like. I stay in my land. You know? But yeah, I don't know the exact processes, but they're they're going to have their own processes in regards to that. Now, what's nice though is that we are, this goes back to another question on why you want to pick the right title company. When working with somebody, when we're working with one, we are set up on what's called RON, which is Remote Online Notarization. It's our team, our escrow officers that are on there,
I love that.
and then we can handle the entire transaction anywhere online as long as they have good Wi-Fi. We can do it all on. There is going to be a little bit of a credit check because again, we want to prevent that fraudulent activity from happening. Right? We want to make sure that whoever's selling that house has the rights to sell that house. And then, of course, on the buy side, same thing as well.
He's actually helped me with that personally.
Really?
With clients were moving to California,
Okay.
and they also lived in Fate, but half of the household left,
Yeah.
and he was able to offer that. Now, when I went to as a buyer's agent, when I went to other title companies, they didn't offer that. We had to go all the way to Frisco.
And if they did, they probably charge for it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right?
mobile notary.
Because mobile notary is different than a mobile notary. It's
Correct.
online, like you're in a Zoom call, handling the transaction. completely
Correct, and
virtual.
that's one thing I really for agents and the consumer getting the right title company that offers those kind of options.
Yeah.
You
got your doctors,
amazing.
you got your attorneys that are too busy to come out to they're not worried about the champagne at the closing table. They just want to knock this out. Let's go, right?
Get
Exactly.
back to brain surgery.
Yes, and we can accommodate. I think we had one that was Ron too, right? This most recent one,
Yep.
right? Yeah,
That was great.
We utilized Ron. It was real easy to use. And again, all you need is Wi-Fi. So if they're in Cancun, they're on vacation, whatever it is, or you have a lot of people from other countries that come here and invest in the United States, here in Texas.
It's true.
And then they need to handle the transaction.
Hold up your ID and get it going,
Hold
right?
up your ID, get it going, and as long as you have some sort of credit here in the States to make sure that we can verify who they are, then we're good.
So I have a question. I know that I feel like myself, I have not known exactly what title insurance cost is, and I seem to think in the state of Texas, it's always below a certain number. But I've realized recently that is not true.
Yeah, that is not true. So, and I actually know the exact calculation for it.
Yeah.
So let's you got your calculators out? Somebody pull out a calculator. Let's go live real quick here. All right. So let's just say let's go 500,000 minus 100,000 multiplied by 0.00527
0.00.
527 and then add $832.
This will be interesting what everyone's answers are.
Yeah,
Keep paying
for real.
attention.
Yeah, I don't want my answer.
We did our math the same.
What is it? Hey, we can do it again.
I got 2940.
that
There
is
we go.
correct, right?
Yeah, we're gonna go with that one.
2940. So
Math for
We're
Marines.
just pretty. We're pretty.
We're pretty.
Thank goodness y'all are pretty.
We're gonna stick with that.
Yeah, so that's the exact calculation. You take that sales price, you subtract $100,000, you multiply it by the 0.00527, and you add $832, and it will match up exactly to what the tax rates are that we have in these that are available to our agents, available to
Give me this.
available
Yeah,
to our
why are we
consumers.
doing that? You have all the answers.
Hey, I
right
wanted
here.
to see the pretty people in the room.
So hold on. Let me tell you something that's really cool about this. And we've been talking about this a lot recently. Oh, this is a different one. But Adrian recently sent me over the tax,
rates.
for
Tax
every
rates, right.
county, ISD, everything.
Really?
Yeah, he can do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing about this is the cheapest ones, right? A lot of people are moving
Hold
here.
on. Which one do you think is the cheapest one, Jay? County wise.
County-wise, Tarrant Tarrant
I
County,
was
right?
shocked.
No, Tarrant County has some
Nope.
of the highest ones.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the lowest ones is Rockwall.
Rockwall County. Can you believe
Rockwall
that? Yeah.
proper with Rockwall ISD, you're down to like 1.5.
This is why I need one of those sweatshirts that you've been saying I'm Rockwall till I die or whatever. What is that? I need that. I need tax rates like that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah, rock bottom till I die. But yeah, so that's available there. There is an exact calculation for how much it actually costs,
Okay.
which is fantastic. And then of course, I want to mention this because we're the only title company that does this in the state of Texas, and this just got implemented this week. And anybody that purchases a home through First American Title, right? And we're very large, right? So we have different divisions. We even support even the smaller title companies that are not underwriters.
Okay.
So you may go and close at Providence or Independence, but you'll see our name ensuring the
Okay.
transaction,
Yeah.
right?
Hey,
So it won't go for them.
you
Go ahead.
do Orchard Title.
Do we there you go. See, we
Yeah.
insure the person that's handling the orchard transactions
Right.
over there, right? So, but this is strictly going through our branch operations. All homeowners that purchase a home through First American Title in the state of Texas, moving forward, will now have access to the owner portal,
Yeah.
meaning that they will get to see live if there's any fraudulent activity going on with the
Firsthand.
property. If some scamster out there wants to go and list their property,
Like list it
without
for
the-
rent
list it
on
for rent,
Craigslist or something.
Craigslist or something like that.
That
That's
happened
so
to
cool.
me, and it's the craziest thing. No,
See what I'm
seriously,
saying?
seriously. Hello, are you? I'm bad at impersonation, so let me just do a regular impersonation. Yeah. Are you? Can I get some more information on the home that you have for rent? I'm like, wait a second. I don't have any. Yeah, I'm talking about Willis. I don't have any homes for rent. Yes, it is. Here's the ad for it. They go so far as to actually have ads from it. They
Yeah.
pull.
I mean,
pictures
even
from
to the point
internet.
of like we talked about this at the brokerage was people are getting fake IDs.
Yeah.
And you get those calls. Oh, you know what? I'm having bad reception.
Yes.
Let's just text.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
text you an ID. They text you everything, all the information, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden you go to sell a plot of land, which you probably can't put a for sale sign out there.
Nope.
But if you can, neighbors are like, "Hey, you're selling,"
Yeah, you're selling your home.
and then all of a sudden it's
You
getting
put that,
sold.
That first deposit, 3,000, 5,000,
Right.
and they gone. And now
Exactly.
they got that money, right?
That
Them-
money.
Them scammers are good. Them scammers are good at what they do.
Scamsters,
man.
I like that.
Scammers, bro. They scam the scammers and their hamsters.
The scamsters and hamsters, they be scamming. Come on,
Scamming,
man.
bro. but yeah. So
Scamming,
now
bro.
moving forward, all homeowners that purchase a property and go through us and have a title insurance policy, it's no charge. They will actually get access to that portal and see live if there's any fraudulent activity going on with their deed. We are the only title company in the state of Texas that does
Oh,
that
that's
for our
really
clients
cool.
now.
That's so important too.
Yeah,
These days
huge,
it's so
huge.
important, man.
I mean,
Huge,
with
bro.
agents and consumers, right? I mean, if you're doing business with as a realtor, you have different partners in your business. This is
Yeah.
a great partner that you can have to say, look,
Absolutely.
this is the reason why I'm picking that title
Yeah.
company.
yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
give them the
absolutely.
history, give them our reputation. The stability of us.
Yeah.
I mean, we're a Fortune 500 company, Fortune 100 best places to work.
So,
Financial
so
Stock
wait,
Exchange, all
since
that.
1860,
1889.
1889. Okay.
You gotta do more math.
More math.
Do more math.
No
girl.
more math.
Carry the two.
Divided by 0.87. Listen, they're not new to this, they're true to this. But, during the time right now where there's so much fraud, man, this is so important, man.
Yeah.
And people ask us all the time when we're out there, exactly, well, we have to do a net sheet and different things like that, but we can't break down the components just like you did. You have all the tools available and accessible to you.
Exactly.
to the
Yeah, we
portal.
have a platform that's called Ignite RE that I know Stacia, Jeremy, and I believe you're probably set up on it too.
Sure.
Or I mean, maybe you haven't logged in yet, but
He clicked forgot password. He never got a response from you, Adrian.
You gotta go to IT.
you gotta see.
I'm just waiting on the answer.
Yeah, but no, yeah, now it'll do the whole calculation for you. You ain't got to get into nitty gritty, but I just wanted to be like, hey, look, our systems are correct.
Yes,
It's
sir.
just plug the price, plug the payoff, and it'll automatically do the calculation
Love
for
that.
you inside the net sheets.
Love
Yeah.
that.
What about calculations for closing? So can they come to you and say, hey, look, here's the property, here's the price, here's the kind of cost that you can see as kind of a preparatory thing?
Yeah, absolutely. So pre-club, because it'll give you the escrow fee. It'll automatically calculate the property taxes for you that are left over. So as you know, the seller's going to pay their proration, and the buyer will take over the rest of it.
over the
Right?
rest, right.
So it'll do all of that for you based off of doing a transaction with us.
Right.
Right, and it'll plug in those fees for you.
It's awesome. I love that.
Love it.
And then I had one other question. So I know last time you and I were talking about when there's a lien or a cloud on the title, but it's actually been cleared, but it's still there. So we just had one recently come up. I had two in the same day. And it had the old lender. So aside
Oh,
from their
my-
own
yes,
mortgage,
I know what
it
you're
had
talking
the old mortgage attached.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
The
lender.
The lender.
Rocket, I mean, whomever, XYZ Mortgage,
We're not calling anybody out. Disclaimer, hey, just a lot of
XYZ Mortgage does not finish the paperwork. So the lien release is what they need to send in, and they don't send it in.
Yep,
Okay,
correct.
I
Yeah, and
see.
so we got to track that down. And a lot of times, though, inside of Ignite RE, if it was recorded with the county, you can pull that release of lien every
Okay.
time they either refinance
Well,
or it got bought out or anything like that.
We had something like that happen where it was filed in the wrong county. And, at the time he helped me. He's like, wait a minute, hold on. This is not right. It was filed in this county, wrong county. So when I go to my sellers, I'm like, are you guys the owners?
Yeah, that happened
They,
a month
they,
ago, right?
they were
Yeah.
paying for 5 years, 6 years. And they're like, yeah, well, Jeremy, why are the owners? And like, they're offended that I'm even asking.
Yeah.
But there's, like you said, there's so much fraud out there. When I went to go look at the documents, it was, well, your name is X,
Yeah.
and this is the name on Z. Well, the previous title company filed it with the wrong county.
Yep.
Yeah.
It can happen.
And it was one of those borderline counties, Rockwell County or Dallas County or whatever.
Sure.
But still, having somebody that can automatically take care of that for you.
Okay,
And,
had that release of lien.
I mean, even though we hadn't even started a transaction yet, he was the person that I reached out to and said, hey, man, can you help me do some research here? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have one more question for you. So what are the differences in title companies? Because it seems to me that there's quite a few title companies out there. And I know that Orchard Title and First American are the best in the business as far as I'm concerned. We have
right.
special software. But a lot of people, I don't think they think that there's a big difference. They just think that it's title. What does it matter?
Yeah, no, I think you have to go down to especially for real estate agents, right? For real estate agents, it's all about the customer service experience.
Sure.
Are you going to be available? Are you going to answer your phone when I need you? When I have an issue, like when Jeremy had an issue, anytime you got issues, whether it's in the evenings or the weekends, us being available for you guys, because we already know y'all don't really stop working,
Man,
right? And so
24/7.
we can't stop working either. So it is going to come down to that customer service that we provide at the branch level to make sure that we're helping and maintaining our customers at the highest level and at the closing table, right? So we can make it special and have the props that say congratulations or just sold, right? And have a little sign that says congratulations on your selling. And if you wanted to have a little sip of champagne,
bubbly,
we can
little
bubbly. Yeah, we can do that, right? We can do that. And so that's for the agents. But then going back to the consumers, because imagine if you worked with a very small title company and then 6 months later, COVID happens. They shut down,
Jeez.
right? Because they're a small mom and pop title company.
Yeah.
And then you get a summons saying that the property you just purchased is there's somebody else that has ownership rights to it.
One of those kids.
One of those kids,
One of those
right?
kids
Kids
that
keep
nobody
coming
knew
back.
about came back and said, I never got my 50%.
Yeah. And then ding, 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 ding. Oh, sorry, we're out of business.
Wait a minute.
Oh, right? They call that title company. They're no longer there. Now they're going through the process of trying to figure all that out.
Yeah.
Well, we've been around for 130 years. We're not going nowhere,
Nah.
right? The owner portal, that part of it that's just consumers, for the consumers, has nothing to do for the real estate agents
Yes.
other than the value add that you can push out, right? So I think that's also a big thing. And again, I was mentioning it earlier, how we underwrite for a lot of the smaller title companies. Well, you either go straight to the underwriters or you work with an agency, which is not so big.
Okay.
Right. And of course, for us, we're all throughout the entire state of Texas,
Sure.
right? Where I ain't gonna say no names, never mind. But some of them are only local to DFW,
Yeah.
right? Where we're in Austin, we're in San Antonio, we're in Houston, right? And we go to other states because we're based out of California, we got this massive campus out there, our data trace building. And I don't know if anybody knew this, and I think I can say this, but CoreLogic we own CoreLogic.
Oh,
They're
really?
actually
wow.
under our
That's
umbrella.
cool. Yeah.
Ain't that cool? And so that's the value that a lot of the agents can get with the tools, the resources, the customer service, the title rates, the property taxes, the property tax rates that I had given you.
Well, the farming system,
the
too.
farming system, all of that stuff. Most of the title companies, actually, no other title company has Ignite RE and the platform and the print shop and things like that to help leverage your business and grow your business.
And
like
that
we did.
is one of the reasons why I love you guys. But, we also have a little proprietary software.
Yeah.
And I hate to sit and brag on Orchard Title.
No, you don't.
But-
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
But
This is
Are you
hard for her
lying?
right now. You know this is hard for her right
No,
now.
it's not. To brag? No, it's not.
I'm very humble. I'm very
humble as it is,
humble.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have some proprietary software where if you use Orchard Mortgage and Orchard Title, there's no bbalancing the sheet anymore. It's just all together.
Yeah.
Which
Pretty
is
convenient.
very
Very convenient.
convenient.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very nice. And Court Cunningham, our CEO, came up with that, and I just think it's amazing.
Yeah,
and I
it
love
is.
that you guys have some proprietary software as well.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I can be that middle person. All right. You just send it over and we'll connect the dots.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, no.
Forget that AI stuff. You need human.
Right.
You need human
Right.
connection.
Human involvement.
But seriously though, honestly, you know, us as
That's
realtors,
awesome.
and you guys know, even just being in the business, our most precious resources are time.
Yes.
And so, and then, but beyond that, it's our reputation.
Mm-hmm.
And so, when we're partnering with people, we want people like yourself who are, you guys have been in the business forever. You guys have all the bases covered. You guys, like Mortgage Title, are a one-stop shop. And so, those are the things, and those are the type of people that we want to be in business with, though.
That's right.
So it's exciting for us and our clients because we know not all clients are created equal, right?
Right.
And so some you have to handle with kid gloves. You do. And then we have to be precise. They want the information. When they want the information, they want and they want exact information. Of course, we always want to give exact information, but you guys are great at that. So I just think it's awesome, man, everything you guys are offering.
Yeah, I mean, I would wrap it up on like, thank you for, just being part of the team. All us agents really have being part of the team and having somebody that's there to fit it. That goes back to the value of having an agent with you. It's people like you that's around. So appreciate it, man.
Man, we appreciate y'all the same way because if y'all aren't successful, we ain't successful.
Yes.
We're
Exactly.
in this
Thank you
grind
for
together.
answering the late night calls and texts.
Absolutely.
Try an
The freak out
email.
moments.
Absolutely.
Please help. So
Cool.
that's awesome, dude.
Awesome.
Thanks, man.
Next.